A Different World. 1987-1993 remains one of the most iconic sitcoms of the late 80s and early 90s, bringing the unique world of Hillman College and its unforgettable characters to life. More than 3 decades later, the cast has taken very different paths. Some thriving in Hollywood, others stepping away from the spotlight, and a few sadly no longer with us. Let's take a look back at the stars of this classic series and see where they are now. Daryl M. Bell joined A Different World in 1987 at age 24, portraying Ron Johnson, the smooth-talking, ambitious, and often scheming friend of Dwayne Wayne. Ron was known for his entrepreneurial spirit, flirtatious nature, and comedic misadventures, often landing himself and his friends in trouble with get-rich-quick schemes. Despite his flaws, he grew into a more grounded character, facing the realities of adulthood, responsibility, and friendship. His presence provided much of the show's humor while also addressing serious issues such as loyalty, honesty, and the challenges of young black men navigating college life. Off-screen, Daryl M. Bell's acting career included starring in Spike Lee's School Daze 1988 and appearing in series like Homeboys and Outer Space. Though not as prolific as some of his castmates, he became a beloved part of black television history. In his personal life, Bell has been in a long-term relationship with actress Tempest Bledsoe, best known from The Cosby Show, with whom he has shared a partnership for decades, though they chose not to marry. As of 2025, Daryl M. Bell is 62 years old, continuing to be remembered warmly for his role as the charming Ron Johnson. Jasmine Guy portrayed Whitley Gilbert in A Different World 1987 when she was 25 years old, embodying the sharp-tongued Southern belle with a perfect mix of comedy and depth. Whitley began as the spoiled, fashion-obsessed daughter of a wealthy family, quick with snark and often oblivious to everyday struggles. Yet her character's evolution was one of the series' most powerful arcs. She matured into an independent woman facing financial instability, workplace challenges, and moral dilemmas. Her romantic journey with Dwayne Wayne defined the show's emotional core, culminating in his unforgettable interruption of her wedding. To Another Man, a moment that cemented their place in TV history. Beyond romance, Whitley represented the struggles of women navigating expectations, career, and identity in a changing world. Off-screen, Jasmine Guy built a dynamic career as an actress, dancer, and singer, appearing in Harlem Nights 1989, Dead Like Me, and The Vampire Diaries. She also released an R&B album in 1990 and directed theater productions. Personally, she married Terrence Duckett in 1998, divorced in 2008, and has one daughter, Imani. As of 2025, Jasmine Guy is 63 years old and remains a respected figure in entertainment. Charnell Brown joined A Different World in 1988 at age 23, portraying Kim Reese, Whitley Gilbert's roommate, and one of Hillman College's most grounded students. Kim was a hardworking pre-med major from Toledo, Ohio, who often balanced her demanding studies with part-time jobs to cover tuition. Her character represented the struggles of many first-generation college students, tackling themes of financial stress, friendship, and perseverance. Loyal, intelligent, and compassionate Kim brought balance to Whitley's flamboyant personality, serving as both confidant and moral anchor. Over time, her storylines explored heavy issues such as racism, dating pressures, and the challenges of pursuing a medical career as a young black woman. Off-screen, Charnell Brown became known for her theater work, as well as her television appearances. Though A Different World remains her signature role, she later pursued a career in producing and teaching, sharing her experience with younger generations of performers. Brown has kept much of her personal life private, choosing to focus on her craft and community contributions rather than the spotlight. As of 2025, Charnell Brown is 59 years old and continues to be celebrated for her authentic portrayal of Kim Reese. Kadeem Hardison brought life to Dwayne Wayne when A Different World premiered in 1987 at just 22 years old. Dwayne, instantly recognizable with his trademark flip-up glasses, began as a nerdy, math-loving freshman with awkward charm and a humorous naivety. Over 6 seasons, he grew into a confident man, balancing his career as an engineer and professor with his personal struggles. His relationship with Whitley Gilbert transformed him from a lighthearted side character into one half of one of TV's most beloved couples. Dwayne's dramatic proposal and the wedding arc are remembered as cultural milestones, showcasing themes of love, perseverance, and self-belief. His character also explored issues of race, class, and responsibility, reflecting the show's socially conscious spirit. Beyond Hillman, Kadeem Hardison enjoyed a varied career with roles in White Men Can't Jump, 1992, Maid of Honor, 2008, Black Monday, and KC Undercover. He earned acclaim for his natural comedic timing and depth across film and TV. In his personal life, he was married to singer Shantae Moore from 1997 to 2000, and they share a daughter, Sophia. As of 2025, Kadeem Hardison is 60 years old and continues to work steadily in television and film. Glynn Turman as Colonel Brad Taylor, veteran actor. Glynn Turman entered a different world in 1988 at age 41, portraying Colonel Bradford Taylor, the stern, yet wise ROTC instructor at Hillman College. Colonel Taylor was a disciplined, no-nonsense authority figure who often provided tough love to the students, particularly Ron and Dwayne. His character highlighted themes of responsibility, honor, and the value of structure while also revealing layers of warmth, humor, and mentorship beneath his military exterior. Colonel Taylor's presence gave the show a multi-generational perspective, reminding viewers of the sacrifices and values of older African-American men. Off-screen, Glynn Turman enjoyed a prolific career in film, television, and theater. His credits include Cooley High, 1975, The Wire: How to Get Away with Murder, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom 2020. He won a Primetime Emmy Award in 2008 for In Treatment, and has remained one of Hollywood's most respected character actors. In his personal life, Turman was once married to legendary singer Aretha Franklin, and he has children from different marriages. As of 2025, Glynn Turman is 78 years old and continues to act, mentor, and inspire new generations of performers. Lou Myers joined A Different World in 1988, at age 53, stepping into the role of Vernon Gaines, the outspoken and often cantankerous owner of The Pit, the campus hangout where countless Hillman students gathered to eat, study, and socialize. Mr. Gaines quickly became a fan favorite for his sharp wit, tough exterior, and his willingness to spar verbally with the younger characters, but beneath his bluster was a heart full of warmth. He acted as an unofficial father figure, dispensing tough love and life lessons along with plates of food. His presence gave the show a sense of community, grounding it in everyday college life beyond the classroom. Gaines provided levity while also addressing generational differences and the importance of tradition in Black culture. Off-screen, Lou Myers enjoyed a rich career in stage and film. He performed with the Negro Ensemble Company, showcasing his theater roots, and appeared in movies like The Wedding Planner, 2001, and How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, 2003. His raspy voice and larger-than-life personality made him unforgettable in every role. Despite his visibility, Myers was private about his personal life, dedicating much of his energy to his craft. Sadly, Lou Myers passed away on February 19, 2013 at the age of 77 from complications related to pneumonia. His death was mourned by fans and colleagues alike, leaving behind a legacy as one of television's most beloved supporting actors. Cree Summer joined the cast in 1988 at 19 years old, taking on the role of Winifred Freddie Brooks, a free-spirited, socially conscious transfer student with a quirky charm. Freddie was instantly recognizable for her wild curls, bohemian outfits, and outspoken activism. She brought a fresh energy to Hillman College, often raising issues of feminism, environmentalism, and social justice long before they became mainstream television topics. Initially naive and eccentric, Freddie grew into a passionate law student learning to balance idealism with practicality. Her relationships, including her romance with Ron Johnson, gave depth to her character, showing vulnerability behind her spirited personality. Beyond A Different World, Cree Summer built a remarkable career as one of the most prolific voice actresses in animation, voicing iconic roles in Inspector Gadget, Rugrats' Codename Kids Next Door, and countless others. She also pursued music, releasing her album Street Fairy in 1999, produced by Lenny Kravitz. Personally, she is married to Angelo Pilin, with whom she has 2 daughters. As of 2025, Cree Summer is 56 years old and remains an influential creative force in both voice acting and music. Sinbad became a household name in comedy, and his role as Coach Walter Oakes in A Different World, beginning in 1987 at age 31, showcased his natural charisma and humor. Walter Oakes was the affable Hillman College basketball coach and dorm supervisor who loved his students as much as he loved cracking jokes. His character was fun-loving, approachable, and always ready to lend a hand, making him a vital bridge between the authority of faculty and the free-spirited energy of the student body. Walter's relationships, including a sweet but complicated romance with Jaleesa Vincent, added emotional depth to his otherwise comic persona. He symbolized the caring adult mentor firm when necessary, but ultimately devoted to guiding young people through life's challenges. Off-screen, Sinbad flourished as a stand-up comedian with a clean, family-friendly style that won over audiences nationwide. He starred in popular 1990s films such as House Guest 1995, First Kid 1996, and Jingle All the Way 1996, further cementing his fame. On television, he hosted specials headlined The Sinbad Show and became one of the era's defining comedic voices. In his personal life, Sinbad married Meredith Fuller twice. Though they divorced, they later reconciled, and together they have 2 children. He faced serious health challenges, including a stroke in 2020, but has worked toward recovery with resilience and optimism. As of 2025, Sinbad is 68 years old, admired for his enduring humor, his inspirational perseverance, and the joy he continues to bring to fans around the world. Dawnn Lewis brought maturity and heart to A Different World when she joined in 1987 at age 26, playing Jaleesa Vincent, a woman who had returned to Hillman College after a divorce. Unlike many of her younger classmates, Jaleesa carried herself with the perspective of someone who had lived a little more, which made her both a mentor and a friend to the other students. Her character was assertive, practical, and grounded, often providing a voice of reason when Whitley or Dwayne fell into chaos. Jaleesa balanced academics with adult responsibilities, holding jobs and navigating complicated relationships, including her romance with Colonel Taylor. She symbolized resilience, showing audiences that life's setbacks could be transformed into opportunities for growth. Off-screen, Dawnn Lewis crafted an impressive career as an actress, singer, and songwriter. She co-wrote and performed the unforgettable A Different World theme song, later starring in Hangin' with Mr. Cooper and lending her voice to animated shows such as Futurama. On stage, she appeared in Broadway hits like The Wiz and Dreamgirls. In addition to acting, she became active in philanthropy, mentoring young artists and supporting educational causes. Though she was briefly married to Johnny Newman, she has largely kept her private life quiet, focusing instead on her creative work. As of 2025, Dawnn Lewis is 64 years old and continues to contribute meaningfully to entertainment and the community. Ajai Sanders joined A Different World in 1991 at age 24, portraying Gina Devereaux, a bubbly and optimistic Hillman student who quickly became a friend to Lena James and the others. Gina's character was lighthearted, cheerful, and often the voice of positivity, balancing out the stronger personalities of her peers. While she was not as central to the show's most dramatic storylines, her presence brought warmth and humor, and she represented the everyday college experience of navigating classes, friendships, and personal growth. Gina added to the ensemble dynamic, showing how diverse backgrounds and personalities enriched life at Hillman College. Off-screen, Ajai Sanders built her career not only as an actress, but also as a stand-up comedian known for her lively stage presence and observational humor. She made guest appearances in shows like Martin, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, further establishing her place in 1990s black television. In addition to acting, Sanders performed comedy nationwide, gaining a loyal following. While she has kept her personal life relatively private, she has remained connected to the entertainment industry, often participating in comedy tours and television projects. As of 2025, Ajai Sanders is 58 years old and continues to be appreciated for both her contributions to A Different World and her enduring work in comedy. Karen Malina White joined A Different World in 1992 at age 27, reprising her role as Charmaine Brown originally introduced in The Cosby Show. Charmaine brought a lively, talkative, and somewhat naive energy to Hillman College. She was known for her rapid-fire speech, bubbly personality, and ability to make friends quickly, though her inexperience sometimes got her into awkward situations. As a transfer student, she provided a fresh perspective on Hillman life and became a close friend to Gina and Lena. Though often used for comic relief, Charmaine's character also highlighted the struggles of adapting to a new environment, balancing academics and navigating young adulthood. Off-screen, Karen Malina White built a strong career across television and film. She is well remembered for her role as Kanisha Carter in Lean on Me, 1989, alongside Morgan Freeman, and later as the voice of Dejanay Jones in Disney's The Proud Family. She also appeared in shows like Malcolm and Eddie, The Cosby Show, and Animal Kingdom, demonstrating her versatility across comedy and drama. White became a prominent voice actress and continued working steadily into the 2000s and 2010s. Though she has kept her personal life largely private, she has spoken about her passion for mentoring young actors. As of 2025, Karen Malina White is 60 years old and continues to be celebrated for her lasting contributions to television and voice acting. Jada Pinkett Smith joined A Different World in 1991 at just 20 years old, taking on the role of Lena James, a fiercely independent and outspoken freshman from Baltimore. Lena brought a raw energy to Hillman College, often challenging authority and voicing her opinions with unfiltered honesty. She was street smart, stylish, and determined, often clashing with professors and peers alike, yet her passion and authenticity made her stand out. Lena's character represented a new generation of young women, navigating identity, friendship, and ambition in the early 1990s. Her relationships with other students showcased her vulnerability beneath her tough exterior, and her presence helped refresh the series in its later seasons. Off-screen, Jada Pinkett Smith went on to build one of the most recognizable careers in Hollywood. She starred in Set It Off 1996, The Matrix franchise Collateral 2004, and voiced Gloria the Hippo in the Madagascar films. She also found success as a talk show host on Red Table Talk, which won an Emmy Award. Beyond acting, she pursued music with her band, Wicked Wisdom, and became known for her activism and philanthropy. In her personal life, she married actor Will Smith in 1997, and together they have 2 children, Jaden and Willow, both entertainers in their own right. As of 2025, Jada Pinkett Smith is 54 years old and remains a dynamic, influential figure in film, television, and culture. Lisa Bonet entered A Different World in 1987 at age 19, reprising her iconic role of Denise Huxtable from The Cosby Show. Denise was free-spirited, artistic, and somewhat aimless, often struggling to balance independence with responsibility. On A Different World, she was introduced as a freshman at Hillman College, bringing her unique sense of style and unconventional outlook on life to the campus. Denise was well-intentioned, but prone to confusion, often caught between her dreams and the expectations of her family. Her storylines highlighted the challenges of transitioning into adulthood, though her run on the series was short-lived due to creative differences. Despite her brief presence, Denise set the tone for Hillman's importance and connected the show to its parent series. Off-screen, Lisa Bonet became a cultural icon of the 1980s and 1990s later, starring in films such as Angel Heart, 1987, Enemy of the State, 1998, and High Fidelity 2000. She became known for her distinctive style and strong presence on screen. In her personal life, she was married to musician Lenny Kravitz from 1987 to 1993, with whom she has a daughter, actress Zoe Kravitz. Later, she married actor Jason Momoa in 2017, and they share 2 children, though they separated in 2022. As of 2025, Lisa Bonet is 57 years old and continues to be admired as a symbol of individuality and artistic freedom. Mary Alice joined A Different World in 1988 at age 51, portraying Lettie Bostick, the wise and nurturing dorm director who guided Hillman students through both academic and personal challenges. Lettie was warm, elegant, and compassionate, acting as a maternal figure for young women like Whitley, Jaleesa, and Kim. She provided discipline when necessary, but also offered understanding, encouragement, and wisdom, often helping the students navigate the pressures of college life and adulthood. Lettie's character gave the show a grounding presence, reminding audiences of the importance of mentorship, tradition, and community within historically Black colleges. Off-screen, Mary Alice built a remarkable career on stage and screen. She won a Tony Award in 1987 for Fences, and later appeared in films like The Matrix Revolutions 2003, where she played the Oracle in Sparkle 1976. She also earned an Emmy Award in 1993 for I'll Fly Away, cementing her legacy as one of the most respected actresses of her generation. Known for her grace and dignity, she influenced countless performers. Mary Alice lived a private life away from Hollywood's spotlight, focusing on her craft rather than fame. She passed away on July 27, 2022 at the age of 85, leaving behind an extraordinary body of work and a legacy of inspiration in theater, film, and television. Marisa Tomei appeared in the first season of A Different World in 1987 and at age 22 playing Maggie Lawton, a spirited and optimistic student at Hillman College. Maggie was one of Denise Huxtable's roommates and the only white student in the early ensemble, which allowed the show to explore themes of diversity, cultural differences, and interracial friendships in a historically black college setting. Maggie was quirky, well-meaning, and eager to fit in, often struggling to find her place, but always showing kindness and determination. While her time on the show was brief, she left a lasting impression by contributing to storylines that addressed inclusivity and the importance of shared experiences across backgrounds. Off-screen, Marisa Tomei went on to become one of Hollywood's most acclaimed actresses. She won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her breakout performance in My Cousin Vinny 1992, and later earned nominations for In the Bedroom 2001 and The Wrestler 2008. She is also beloved by modern audiences for her role as Aunt May in the Marvel Spider-Man films. Known for her versatility and ability to bring warmth and authenticity to her roles, Tomei has built a career spanning decades in both independent cinema and blockbuster hits. Though she is never married, she has spoken openly about valuing her independence and artistic freedom. As of 2025, Marisa Tomei is 60 years old and continues to be a celebrated and sought-after actress in Hollywood. Loretta Devine joined A Different World in 1987 at age 38, portraying Stevie Rowland, one of the dorm directors at Hillman College. Stevie was carrying witty and practical serving as a guiding influence for students as they navigated college life. Though her time on the show was relatively short, her character made an impact by providing discipline and mentorship, embodying the role of a supportive adult who balanced humor with authority. Stevie's presence reinforced the theme of community and highlighted the importance of having mentors in higher education environments, particularly at historically black colleges. Off-screen, Loretta Devine went on to achieve extraordinary success across stage, film, and television. She originated the role of Laurel Robinson in the Broadway musical Dreamgirls 1981, which remains one of her most iconic stage performances. In film, she gained recognition for roles in Waiting to Exhale, 1995, The Preacher's Wife, 1996, and Crash, 2004. On television, she won a Primetime Emmy Award for Grey's Anatomy and appeared in Boston Public being Mary Jane in P-Valley. Known for her warm voice and commanding presence, she has been celebrated as one of the most versatile character actresses of her generation. In her personal life, she has one son and has often spoken about balancing motherhood with a demanding career. As of 2025, Loretta Devine is 76 years old and continues to inspire audiences with her talent, longevity, and dedication to her craft. Bumper Robinson joined A Different World in 1992 at only 18 years old, portraying Dorian Haywood, a young, energetic student who brought youthful enthusiasm and charm to Hillman College in its later seasons. Dorian was ambitious, funny, and occasionally mischievous, often finding himself in lighthearted situations that highlighted the realities of student life. His character interacted with Lena, Gina, and Charmaine, helping to flesh out the evolving ensemble as the series entered its final years. Though not given the same depth of story arcs as earlier leads, Dorian added vibrancy and relatability, representing the new wave of students coming through Hillman's halls. Off-screen, Bumper Robinson built a highly successful career as a voice actor and television performer. He voiced characters in Transformers Static Shock and Justice League, earning recognition as one of the most versatile voices in animation. On-screen, he appeared in series such as Amen the Game and Blackish, showing his adaptability across decades. Robinson became especially beloved in the sci-fi and comic book communities for his extensive voice work in superhero franchises. In his personal life, he is married with children, though he has largely kept details private to protect his family. As of 2025, Bumper Robinson is 51 years old and remains an active and respected presence in both animation and live-action entertainment. Patti LaBelle joined A Different World in 1990 at age 46, playing Adele Wayne, the loving but strong-willed mother of Dwayne Wayne. Adele was portrayed as warm, nurturing, and wise, providing heartfelt guidance to her son, while also offering comic relief through her sharp wit and straightforward demeanor. Her presence added depth to Dwayne's background, showing the values and strength instilled in him by his family. Adele's interactions with Whitley and Dwayne highlighted the importance of family approval and cultural traditions in relationships, creating some of the show's most memorable moments of generational humor and maternal love. Off-screen, Patti LaBelle is a legendary singer and actress whose career has spanned more than 6 decades. Known as the godmother of soul, she rose to fame with the group LaBelle and their iconic hit Lady Marmalade, before embarking on a successful solo career with classics like If Only You Knew on My Own and New Attitude. She has won multiple Grammy Awards, sold millions of records worldwide, and earned acclaim for her powerhouse vocals and electrifying stage presence. Beyond music, LaBelle has acted in films, Broadway productions, and TV shows, cementing her as a true multi-talent. She is also a successful businesswoman with a line of popular food products. In her personal life, she was married to Armstead Edwards from 1969 to 2003 and has 3 children. As of 2025, Patti LaBelle is 81 years old and remains a beloved icon of music and culture. Andrew Lowry joined A Different World in 1990 at age 26, portraying Matthew, a white student at Hillman, whose presence allowed the series to further explore themes of race identity and cross-cultural understanding. While Matthew was not one of the show's central characters, his role provided moments of contrast humor and insight as he interacted with the predominantly black student body. His character's storylines often touched on issues of inclusion and highlighted Hillman's openness as a learning environment. Although Matthew did not remain a long-running character, his time on the show underscored the importance of diverse perspectives in shaping the college experience. Off-screen, Andrew Lowry built a career in both film and television during the late 1980s and 1990s. He appeared in movies such as School Ties, 1992, My Boyfriend's Back, 1993, and A Mighty Ducks 1996, and he also made guest appearances on popular television shows. His youthful charm and comedic timing made him a recognizable face of the era. Later, he transitioned into writing and directing, exploring storytelling from behind the camera. Lowry has kept much of his personal life private, focusing instead on his work in the entertainment industry. As of 2025, Andrew Lowry is 61 years old and is remembered fondly by fans of A Different World as part of the show's ongoing effort to reflect America's diversity through the Hillman College experience. Joe Morton joined A Different World in 1992 at age 45, portraying Byron Douglas III, a charismatic senator who became romantically involved with Whitley Gilbert. His character represented success, ambition, and political power, drawing Whitley into a whirlwind engagement that challenged her loyalty to Dwayne Wayne. Byron's relationship with Whitley created one of the show's most dramatic story arcs, culminating in the unforgettable wedding scene where Dwayne boldly interrupted the ceremony to reclaim Whitley. As Byron Morton brought sophistication and gravitas, making him both a worthy suitor and a pivotal obstacle in the central romance of the series. Off-screen, Joe Morton has enjoyed an acclaimed career in film, television, and theater. He gained recognition for his performance in Brother from Another Planet 1984 and appeared in major films like Terminator 2, Judgment Day 1991, Speed 1994, and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice 2016. On television, he earned widespread acclaim and a Primetime Emmy Award for his role as Eli Pope on Scandal. Known for his versatility and commanding screen presence, Morton has been a consistent force in Hollywood for decades. In his personal life, he has 3 children and has often spoken about the importance of balancing work with fatherhood. As of 2025, Joe Morton is 78 years old and remains an active and highly respected actor, continuing to inspire audiences with his powerful performances. Diane Carroll joined a different world in 1989 at age 54, portraying Marion Gilbert, the elegant and demanding mother of Whitley Gilbert. Marion was a refined Southern woman who valued status tradition and social standing, often clashing with her daughter's evolving independence at Hillman. Her character added depth to Whitley's storyline by showing the pressures of living up to parental expectations while carving one's own identity. Marion's appearances revealed the generational divide between mothers raised in privilege and daughters striving for autonomy in a changing world. Carroll's portrayal balanced charm with stern authority, ensuring Marion remained a memorable part of the series. Off-screen, Diane Carroll was a trailblazer in American entertainment. She became the first Black woman to star in her own television series, Julia 1968-1971, breaking barriers by playing a professional nurse instead of stereotypical roles. She earned an Academy Award nomination for Claudine 1974 and won a Tony Award for No Strings 1962. Carroll's career spanned decades across stage, film, and television, with later appearances in Dynasty and Grey's Anatomy. In her personal life, she was married 4 times and had one daughter, Suzanne Kay. Carroll passed away on October 4, 2019 at age 84, after a long battle with breast cancer, leaving behind a legacy as a pioneer who opened doors for countless Black performers in Hollywood. Jennifer Lewis appeared on A Different World in 1990 at age 33, portraying Susan Clayton, a therapist whose wisdom and humor brought fresh energy to the Hillman community. Though her role was not long-running, Susan stood out for her no-nonsense advice and vibrant personality qualities that reflected Lewis's natural comedic timing and commanding screen presence. Her character embodied support and insight, guiding students with a mix of empathy and sharp wit, and contributed to the series' reputation for addressing serious themes with intelligence and heart. Off-screen, Jennifer Lewis built a prolific career as one of Hollywood's most recognizable mothers, often cast in maternal roles thanks to her warm yet powerful presence. She appeared in over 300 television episodes and 60 films, with highlights including What's Love Got to Do with It?, 1993, The Preacher's Wife 1996, and The Brothers 2001. More recently, she became beloved for her role as Ruby Johnson on Blackish, which earned her multiple NAACP Image Award nominations. Beyond acting, she is also a singer and author, penning her memoir, The Mother of Black Hollywood 2017. In her personal life, she has been open about her struggles with bipolar disorder, using her platform to advocate for mental health awareness. As of 2025, Jennifer Lewis is 68 years old and continues to be celebrated as the mother of Black Hollywood, a title that honors her longevity and cultural impact. Who is your favorite character from A Different World? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.